live. This time I'm going live on my phone. I need to wait for myself to pop up, as is tradition. I'll say shalom to Sneezer, who's there. Hello, Sneezer. What is it, my baby? Sure. All right. Hey, BMXers with dreadlocks is here. Hey-yo. Hello, hello. Still waiting to pop up. It's been 30 seconds. What's that? Over here? There's a counter. It's nice, it's nice, it's nice.
40 seconds.
Yes, that's right. I wonder, am I indeed live? Ah, here I am, I'm live. It's the Nazarite, bringing you Hebrew lore from days of yore. Yes, indeed. Here I am. And it is... No, I'm good. And it's Wednesday night. Now, I was about to sit down about 20-30 minutes ago and translate and write a passage from Orot HaTshuvah. Hey, Bloodnose is here. Hello to you, Bloodnose. However, I had a bit of a domestic crisis here that I had to take care of. So, yes. So, it was. So, I didn't have time. But I do want to do something then on the fly, as it were. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Okay. No. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Okay. Shit happens indeed. As the days go by, as the days go by. That sounds familiar, I can't place it. What is it, BMXers? Who are you quoting? Okay. Let's see. I wanted something in particular. No, let's keep going. This I think I already did. I'm not going to go with that. I had something in particular. No, not that. Oh, come on. This one I already did. We've done a few good ones here throughout the last, 5-6 weeks-ish? Well, let's put it this way. No. I should have, but I was busy with you. I don't,
I'm that.
Yes, that's right. But hello, good people. Tell me... Hey. Okay. Wait. Yes. Tell me how you are doing. What's up with you while I try to look here for the bit that I wanted to find. I also want to do something that I can translate on the fly and not just go ooh, every few seconds. No, something closer. Something then closer. No. No, this will all take so much time, and I wanted something specific here.
This, maybe.
Here, let's do this. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I don't want to just keep on scrolling here and leaving you, all there. And so, hi.
Scrolling for 4 minutes.
No, I'm not scrolling for 4 minutes. So let's see. Days of our lives? Don't know, said Sneezer. Good old spirit? What spirit? Which spirit? As the hate passes to love, said Sneezer, so go the days of our lives. I've never... As holes through our wallets, so is the expensive lives of our lives. That's a good one.
Days of our lives.
Yes, the expensive days of our lives. But the expensive lives of our lives is what he said before. Best dad in the galaxy, indeed. That's Vader. Not me, of course. Yes, Anakin. Okay, so let's learn a bit of Orot HaTshuvah by Rav Kook. And this, I think, will be the last one. And it's so fitting that the last one I'm fumbling by not having something prepared, because I was going to do it earlier and then... Okay, let's see. Let's try and do this on the fly. I'll do what I can. So, chapter 5, section 1. Tshuva, returning, repentance, atoning, is the healthier feeling of the spirit or of the soul. But when he says here nefesh, it means the type of soul that's more connected with the physical than the spiritual. In other words, it's that animating spirit, not a soul precisely, but a nefesh, a lesser degree, let's say, of soul that inhabits us. And traditionally, it can be found, spiritually speaking, it can be found in the blood, which is why Hebrews are commanded not to eat blood, not to consume blood. Hadam hu hanefesh, blood is the nefesh. Blood is the living spirit, that animating thing. Okay, so tshuva is the healthier feeling of the soul, of the nefesh. A healthy soul in a healthy body must come to the great joy of tshuva, and in it, it feels the greatest or greater natural pleasure. In other words, to go in the way of tshuva, to return to who you really are supposed to be, to return, if you're a Hebrew, right, to Torah, covenants, and commandments.
What if?
And because he's talking here to the Hebrew people more than others, he talks here about globally as well, but more so, I think, to the Hebrew people in ways of tshuva. And he says that a healthy soul and a healthy body, it's the natural course of things that if you are healthy in soul and healthy in body, you will come, right? Tshuva will come to fruition, and you will come to that great joy of tshuva. Because when you are in a life of atoning and of repentance, again, out of love primarily, looking to the future primarily, not being all sad and horrified by your past deeds, though they may merit the horror. It's that idea of tshuva being the healthier feeling.
What was there just a firework?
Yes, likely.
Stam?
I have no idea, dude. I'm here with you. And the right, neshama bria beguf bari, a healthy soul and a healthy body, when it is in tshuva, when it is in returning to itself, and to manifesting oneself, to give that gift to the world, right? Your unique self. When you are able to make tshuva, return from your wrongdoings, and establish order in your life out of the chaos, bit by bit, day by day, right? And in doing that, right, he says it's like a must. He uses the verb muchrachat, or the noun. Muchrachat means must. A healthy soul and a healthy body must come to that great joy of tshuva, and in it, it feels the greatest natural pleasure. He says that the emptying out, right, and what would it be? Never mind. The emptying out of all the negativity and the damaging elements, it does, when you're able to, let's say, take out the trash, right? Much like when you go to the bathroom, right? You're literally vacating your bowels, right? Or you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Right? The excess, the part that if it stays inside of you will make you sick, that goes away. And after you take a good number 2, right? After you have a good bowel movement, you feel better. In the very same way, tshuva makes you feel better. It's you excreting, that would be the right word. Anyway, it's you letting out all the negativity, the harmful elements of yourself. And when you are going in ways that are healthy, right, in, let's say, your body, your spirit, and then you're able to come to tshuva in a way where you can see that it's doing something that's good for you. That's what he's meaning to say here. It means that it makes an impression on you. And it's something that when you are letting out the bad and taking in the good, even, what is it?
What did you read me a story?
No time. And go make yourself food for tomorrow. Go, now. No, it's time for you to go to bed, but you need to make food for tomorrow. Please do so.
Papa, where's the food that I made yesterday?
I have no idea.
I thought I took it.
No, I don't know what you took, what you didn't take, and there's a toast that you left there. Pardon me.
Where is it at?
In the fridge, my man. Okay.
I think that-
So, what Rav Kook is basically saying, he says, when you empty out spiritually and physically, when you empty out the negativity, Laila Tov, Hamud, good night, sweet dreams. He says every bad thought and everything about you that would be, let's say, far away or distant from that closeness to divinity. The negativity inside of your own heart, the negativity inside of your own mind, that negativity that you allow in, that negativity which is maybe, right, but because of different circumstances, right, nature, nurture, culture, the negative things, that dead wood, right, that you carry, that then can become a foundation of even more wickedness or evil or negativity. These are things that need to be expelled. When you expel, when you make the conscious decision to make your life, to do something proper in whatever thing, from the smallest to the largest, and you say, you know what, this is something that I'm doing wrong, or this is something that I ought to be doing right, and you decide to do it, and you go through and you follow through, and you're able to expel the bad and bring in the good, he says it happens, there's no vacuum. He's saying that if you're trying to be healthy in your body and in your spirit, in your soul, if you're aiming for health and wellness, right, physical fitness, spiritual fitness, if you are aiming for that, and it doesn't just happen accidentally, if you're aiming there specifically, then you are able, when you expel the bad, to bring in a lot of good, because it's something that you are sort of expecting. It's something that you're aiming towards. You won't be stuck in a vacuum. He says it must come when the organism is healthy in its spiritual and physical side. Rav Kook here is saying that you have a spiritual nature and you have a physical nature. And when you miss the mark, when you sin, when you transgress, you do something that's wrong, or you feel like you could be doing something right and you want to return and in fullness embrace who you are meant to be and really execute and reveal yourself even more to the world. He says there are things about you that might seemingly keep you away from the divine revelation. Seemingly, it separates you. Seemingly, you are far away from it. When you're able to expel those things which cause you to feel far away, you are able then to bring in the goodness and the positivity. And it must arrive when there is health and wellness already being the aim, and if not the goal, then the aim, right, as a means to an end, or an end in and of itself. He's talking here about health and wellness, a healthy soul and a healthy body, neshama bri'a beguf bari. Tshuvah is something that must come. Now, are there people who don't make any tshuva, who don't figure out who they really are and manifest it in fullness? Of course, Rav Kook himself said, tshuva has never been expressed and manifested physically in the world 100% ever. We are always lacking, we are always wanting, even if it's a little bit. I know that I am lacking a lot more than a little bit. Let's make no mistake about that. But I have known these times that he's talking about. I know what it's like to have a healthy soul and a healthy body, if only temporarily, before I do something which goes, where I damage, if you will, that health, that wellness of spirit and of mind, of body. I know exactly what he's talking about when he says that when you expel the bad and you're aiming for the good, it will come. You won't be left in any kind of vacuum. Let's put it this way. There could very well be that there are people and there are times when you're kind of in limbo, where you stopped a bad habit, but you haven't adopted a good one yet, and so you're stuck and you're torn and you're tormented because of your own framework, the paradigm through which you have been acting, and suddenly you want to change, and change is frickin' hard. Really hard sometimes. And yet, when a person makes tshuva, when they return, when they are able to triumph, look to the future and plan ahead and arrive at a certain point where they set out, and they're able to expel a kind of wickedness, evil, negativity from them. actively or passively, if they are able to abstain from doing that which they consider to be wrong, or, even by their own definition of what it is that they are supposed to be and who they are and who they want to be, that whole thing. He says that it must come when the organism is healthy spiritually and physically. Tshuva must come. It is a natural progression. It's not that you simply stop something. It's you are able, if you tap into it, you are, many times at least, because there are no absolutes, but you are able, when you stop doing something bad, you're able to immediately take in something good. At least you have the capacity, you have the option, right? There's a kind of love that returns to the individual when they fix a specific thing, when they make tshuva for a specific thing, when they atone for a certain wrongdoing. There's a sense of completion there, and that completion can manifest itself as you returning to some place that was higher than you were, more enlightened, if you will. And I mean that in the positive sense. Now, we have a lot of different counters and calculations going on in our brain. And there are different counters and calculations that are to do with completing a task. Washing dishes, right? If you see, let's put it this way, if you designate a time to wash dishes, and for a reason that isn't, let's just say it's for the sense of procrastination or something lesser. Let's say you wanted to do it Wednesday night, right? It's Wednesday night. Let's say I made a date with the sink, Wednesday night, 9 p.m., wash dishes. But I'm doing this here now at 9:20. There is something in my brain, and now let's say that I didn't know I was going to broadcast, right? Let's just say that I had a date at 9. There is something in my brain, likely, that is feeling the lack of living up to the task which I set out to perform and to carry out and to complete. In the very same way, there's a kind of sense of fullness, completion, and a good tick, when you are able to complete a task and see it through. Now, there's obviously, we are always flawed and frail, and do we ever see anything completely 100% through? But I'm talking about here. If you have that idea of tshuva, if you have that idea of returning, and you are able to go and follow through and make it happen from the smallest thing to the largest thing, and one day at a time, again. It's not a light switch. Sometimes it is, and he mentions those types of tshuva, that is like a light switch, but usually and many times it's a gradual understanding. And when tshuva comes into existence and lights up a certain area of your mind, your soul, your life, it's saying, come, take advantage of this. And even though you'll be seeing in the light of tshuva a lot of blemishes and spots and things that are no good and thorns in your way, you will be able to gradually, you'll be able to clear away the thorns, clean up the spots, and just be able to walk that path. And other obstacles will present themselves, of course. But when you know that there is something inside you that needs to be pushed away, again, it's like really needing to go to the bathroom and not being able to. And then when you do, there's such a relief and there's such a release of that which was taking up space, that which had to be expelled, the excess, the part of you that needed to go away. You've already gotten all the nutrients, and the rest can go. And when you do that, you're able then to come to a different place. Now, tshuva is as much of a need. It's a spiritual bathroom. That's what Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach called it. He said tshuva is a spiritual bathroom. It's where we go to vacate ourselves and become healthier. And that's why in the blessing, after you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands, and there's a blessing, and in that blessing you mentioned the seat of glory, kiseh hakavod. No other blessing mentions the seat of glory of God, and yet we mention it after sitting on the seat in the toilet. Because vacating the negative sides, the excess, right, the excrement from your body, and purifying your hands, and then giving thanks, that means to say that seat that we were on just now and your seat of glory are not that far apart. In other words, we go in there to get healthy. We are healthy in order to keep Torah and commandments, which allow us, as it were, to get closer to that throne, right? That seat of glory, kiseh hakavod. and that spiritual bathroom of tshuva. Some people are very constipated all year, and they wait until Yom Kippurim, right, the holiday of atonement that's coming up. Now, we're learning Orot HaTshuvah right now. Rab Shlomo Carlebach has a book called Orot Shlomo, the Lights of Shlomo, where he deals with, the first 6 chapters of Orot HaTshuvah. And maybe next time I'll translate that. Not next time now. I think I'll be done now. I think this is the last of Orot HaTshuvah for now. And on Friday, hopefully I'll be broadcasting or making a short or something else. Pardon me. And then Monday, I won't be going back to Orot HaTshuvah. Or maybe I will. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Rav Kook likens tshuva like a man hiding the moon with his thumb. The moon is much larger than your thumb. It's such a small thing, and yet you can hide the moon with it if it's close enough to your eye, if it's all you see. And when you take your finger away, a whole world is revealed to you. Sinning, transgressing, wrongdoings, many times, he says, are like that. It's this very small thing. If you would manage to take it away, the whole world will reveal itself to you. Now, this is not to say that all sins are easy, right, to stop doing, committing, carrying out. And that's why we have different ones, right? We have chet, avon, pesha, right? There's a wrongdoing that's accidental. There's a wrongdoing that's intentional. There's a wrongdoing that's intentional and meaning to piss off God and rebel against Him. There are different levels of wrongdoing. And nevertheless, generalizing wrongdoing as such, like having a finger in front of your eye, and sometimes it's all you see, and yet if you move it just a little bit, an entire landscape and a whole new world will reveal itself to you at once. At once. To remove sin from one's life to the degree that one does, the more wrongdoings, transgressions, and iniquity you remove from yourself and your life, the more you are able to see. The more the landscape opens up in front of you, the wider and longer your thoughts get, your actions, your life itself becomes wider, deeper, longer, with more breadth. That's tshuva. It's the beginning and the middle and the end, right? It's the destination and the journey and the origin, right? The beginning point. To be able to see where before that you thought that the entire reality consisted of your thumb, or the entire landscape consisted of your thumb, it's such a revelation, and that's tshuva. All right, let's go to the chat. I've rambled on long enough. Let me know, by the way, look, I have not done Orot HaTshuvah justice, ever. Not in the previous channel when I did a series like this, and not in this current series. Certainly not this particular broadcast where I didn't have time to write it down and translate and do it properly because of the slight crisis we had. But tell me what you think. Okay, let's see, let's go to the chat. Vader was in a galaxy far, far away, by the way. Indeed he was. Like a belly feeling full. Alright, so you're talking about... Okay. BMXer says, anyway, the more I eat hummus, the more I like it. It was South African produced, by the way. Imagine what hummus from the Middle East tastes like. Yes, BMXers actually did it. And he tasting hummus for the first time. You know what? Shall I can't share it here. I wish I could. But I'll have to watch it later. It's 1 minute and 25 seconds. And I will watch it later. I said that I would, and I completely forgot. So I will watch it later. Hang on, I need to keep it open so I watch it. I'm very happy you did that, by the way. So guys, check out BMXer's channel for him tasting hummus for the first time. Imagine what hummus from the Middle East tastes like. It tastes damn good. Me gusta. I like it. Soon you'll be bathing in it too. Likewise with Canadian hummus, I didn't even know it was supposed to be warm. Yes, there's nothing like warm hummus right out of the pot with warm chickpeas and with just good olive oil. I ate hummus, says BMXers, while I was drunk and tasted amazing. Everything tastes better when you're drunk. It's amazing to me that I haven't been drunk in like 14 years. Adam and Caucus instrumentals looking like money. Hi, Robert Harrison. Hi, Adam and Caucus. Instrumentals, you mean literal musical instrumental pieces or instruments? Or what do you mean? I'm curious. To take from your floating raft analogy, Sennheiser says, yes, the evil built up that floating raft, but eventually it flips, touching the ground beneath water. And so dramatic is the reversal of repentance. Yes, repentance can be really dramatic. Repentance can be so dramatic that you are literally not the same person. Now, I know it's kind of there's like a duality here that sometimes is unclear. So what? You're saying that we are meant to do tshuva every day, but then again, you're saying that it's a real dramatic thing. So yes, both of them exist simultaneously, depending on what it is that you are making tshuva for and from and to. BMXer says, I was celebrating new BMX grips and a BMX part made by the first and only South African BMX brand. Really, there's just one? So all South African BMXers buy that brand. They have 100% control of the market, other than unless you order. If you order things from a foreign land, then I guess that's a different story. In the same way, Sennheiser says, misunderstanding gives to understanding, or fire ignites. I see, the grips were made in the US. I see, okay. Well, all right. Sennheiser says, you won't be left in any kind of vacuum. Right, I qualified that, because even as I was saying it, I was like, no, there are definitely people who feel in a vacuum. Definitely. So that's why I qualified it. And I agree. Sometimes you will, he says, but nothing cannot exist. There will always be edge to the vacuum. Yes. That's right. I'm inclined to agree. Now, you can choose to look at it and act on it or not. You can choose to spiral into sadness and woe and self-loathing right in that vacuum. But you can make a very conscious decision to hold on to the good in any way. Make something, 0.1% better than it was yesterday, and you're already still on that path of righteousness, right? The path that didn't give up, if only in this 0.1% thing. You know what I'm saying? Tshuva is that precious. Tshuva is that much of a game changer. We must realize, says Bloodnose, our earthly bodies are of the fallen angels' design, which we must endure for our time. So you're of the opinion that the bodies we currently inhabit, the design is not the original design of Adam, but a design of the fallen angels, or, Uzave Azael, as they are known, at least some of them. The Nephilim, as it says in Bereshit, in Genesis. Kind of a negative view, but yeah, endured till understood, said Sneezer. He says it's kind of a negative view, Bloodnose, but yeah. We must endure. Endure. I don't know if I agree. But all right. Sennheiser says, much like me trying not to speak, the Spirit quickly gives me such to say. BMXer says, hey, gent here, question of how we are. Had a few hot days here, but it was only a little bit hot today, and I got to ride a little bit. Good for you. It's good to ride. I was cycling this morning at the gym. That's always fun. No. Did I cycle? No, I cycled yesterday. I was running today. I was cycling yesterday, and there's a new mechanism. They added a new mechanism to an old bicycle, or a new like electronics setup to an old, more analog setup of one of the bikes. I like it. And there's a place for your water and a place for your phone, which is cool. Dishes, said Sennheiser. Dishes will still get washed, LOL. A lesson I've had to endure from my non-Virgo roommate. Am I supposed to assume that Virgos are known as clean and neat people? Dishes don't need cleaning if you don't use them, says Bloodnose. I'm thinking that after a while they might still need cleaning. But who knows? Sennheiser says, don't wish for the light switch. It tends to be traumatic. I agree. That I have been to. That I have. The light switch may leave you with a greater vacuum, definitely will leave you, if in a vacuum, a greater vacuum, a deeper, if you will, vacuum, than the gradual tshuva. Definitely. And I know because I've experienced both. I've experienced a sudden tshuva, like a light switch, and I've experienced gradual tshuva. And I have experience with both of them. So yes, it can be traumatic, definitely. And if not when you're going through it, it's when you are sort of cut loose, if you will, and brought back into reality, and now you need to contend. And we've mentioned this before in the context of Orot HaTshuvah and in different passages and sections that we read. BMXer says, by the way, I watched the mini-series of Knuckles yesterday. Knuckles and Sonic, I'm assuming. One of the episodes is called the Shabbat Dinner. The Shabbat Dinner. Not Sabbath dinner, but Shabbat. Yes. Okay. Am I to wonder? Wait, is this actually Knuckles, like Sonic and Knuckles and Tails? Sneezer says to Bloodnose, my philosophy, I wash all my dishes before eating, except those, obviously. But cleaning before eating or after, which is better, after still has dust. Cleaning after you eat or before you eat? Wait, what? Hold on. I wash all my dishes before eating. Okay, except the ones you're eating with. All right, I hear you. If that is indeed what you're saying, I'm not sure. BMXer says that he watched Seinfeld's The Contest. I think that Larry David either was nominated or won. I think he won an Emmy for The Contest. It was brilliantly done. And, the whole master of your domain thing, great. I watched The Airplane, or is it The Airport? There's probably both. Is it the one where the pilot goes? No, that's the pilot. Never mind. Stuck in the car with a Nazi. No, that's not. No, the one with the limo. Oh, is the one with the limo is the airport when he's holding the sign? O'Brien? No, it's not that one. Right, he already said he saw that one. Yes, George and Elaine. No, he brings them to the limo. No, they're not rescued, I think. Right, no, George is the leader. Yes, George is O'Brien. That's right, he is. Hey, Taylor is here. Hello, Taylor. WD is here. Is someone else here? Let's just scroll a little bit down here. Oh, well, as long as I scrolled. Hebrew Nazarite, you will fast completely this Saturday for Yom Kippur. God willing, yep, 25 hours. It's my favorite holiday. And I like it when it's on Shabbat. It's very special on Shabbat. Okay, let's continue. Anyone read Oscar Goldberg's work on the reality of the Hebrews? I bought a copy of his work. No, I don't know the name, nor do I know the book, but how are you liking it? Taylor26, let me know. Name doesn't ring a bell, said Sneezer, but likely read from people who read from him. Taylor says, Transfinite Life by Bruce Rosenstock explained his doctrine. It's interesting. It's amazing, how much I'm ignorant. How ignorant I am. No, I don't know either name, nor do I know either book. Wait, which Taylor 20? Wait, which video? LOL. Sneezer, you said you expected more. Sneezer says, wait, I'm sorry. Okay, no, they're talking among themselves. Yes, the limo. That's right, BMXers. Shalom, my Hebrew, says WD. How you doing? Cheers. It's a great day. I'm happy it's a great day. May it be an even greater day, or night, or evening, whoever you are, wherever you are. Let's make it good. Let it be good. Watching BMXers eating hummus makes me hungry, says Bloodnose. I just had a couple of vegan schnitzels in a roll, and I enjoyed it. Well explained on how to get out of the vacuum. And, I'm no kind of an expert, Sneezer. You know this. I don't purport or pretend. Taylor26 said to Sneezer, if circumcision is a covenant sign of Judaism, crucifixion is the covenant sign of Christianity. Then what is the covenant sign of the Third Testament? BMXer says to Taylor, that would refer to Quran, and such covenant would be a heart full of love. Taylor 26 quotes Exodus 3:15. Adonai ish milchama. Yod Hei Vav Hei is a man of war. And as a man of war, he takes spoils from the enemy. Indeed, as the book of the wars of Yod Hei Vav Hei says, Israel fights wars like no one else. Well, it's certainly true now, I'll tell you. Okay, so BMXers clarifies the grips were made in the US, but the other part were made by the only South African brand. Not sure where it was made. Well, yeah, it can be made elsewhere, but constructed and put together in South Africa. I hear you. Sneezer says, if you leave clean dishes sitting for the day to prepare your next meal, they will be covered in dust. Right. I mean, are you using that as an analogy, or are you using? How are you using it? Or is it like literally that? BMXer says, designed by the only South African company. Don't know where it was made. Yeah, okay, no, I got that. I hear you. From Sonic. Okay, cool. WD says, if I was Jesus and I returned, I surely wouldn't want everyone wearing crosses. LOL. Ha. I can see why. Dishes, I'm being literal, though maybe spirit intends better. Yeah, I don't know if he would want people wearing crosses, but who knows? Maybe he would. Who knows? Pardon me. Oh, my water. It's over there. Doesn't matter. Maybe this will be another quickie. I'm now at the end of the chat. Seems like a good time to say goodbye. Maybe I'll broadcast tomorrow as well. We'll see. This was a lot of fun. Quick and light and easygoing. I appreciate your time and your kind attention. It's fun to broadcast here. It's fun to press, go live and have people here. I don't take it for granted. I don't. It's so amazing that I have this little community here. It's really lovely. And it's not something I take for granted. Let's keep it going in the comments. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow, maybe Friday for more Orot HaTshuvah. Who knows, who knows? Until then, good night from Jerusalem. Wait a minute. Dum 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 dum. Hang on a sec. What is this? Oh, I can do different things here. I'm seeing here something for the first time. It doesn't matter.